When Europeans arrived in America, they did not enter a wilderness. They entered a world already shaped by human hands. Cities stood where forests once grew. Trade routes crossed rivers and mountains. Nations governed millions of people. But history erased them. Today we uncover the truth, the Native American empires that existed long before Europeans. America was never one culture. It was hundreds. From the icy north to the tropical south, native nations adapted to every environment, each with its own language, its own laws, its own identity. This was not chaos. It was diversity, a continent filled with organized societies. Near the Mississippi River rose one of the greatest cities in North America, Cahokia. At its peak, Cahokia had more people than London. Massive earthen mounds towered above the land. Political and religious leaders governed thousands. This was a true urban center, long before European cities reached similar size. Yet most people have never heard its name. In the deserts of the Southwest, Native Americans built cities into cliffs and stone. The Ancestral Pueblo people engineered homes that survived extreme heat and cold. They created irrigation systems in dry lands. They farmed where survival seemed impossible. These were not primitive shelters. They were architectural achievements. In the Northeast, a powerful political system emerged, the Iroquois Confederacy. 5 nations united under one council. Decisions were made through debate, not kings. Power was shared. Women played a central role in leadership. This system would later influence the U.S. Constitution, though history rarely admits it. Native American trade networks stretched across the continent. Copper from the Great Lakes, shells from the coast, obsidian from volcanic regions. Goods moved thousands of miles, without horses, wheels, or modern roads. Trade connected nations. It created diplomacy. It built economic power. Native Americans were skilled scientists of their environment. They studied plants for medicine. They tracked the movement of stars. They understood seasons and climate. Many modern medicines come from native knowledge, but credit was never given. Their wisdom was taken, their names forgotten. Spiritual life was deeply connected to nature. Animals were teachers. The earth was sacred. Balance mattered more than dominance. Unlike Europe's hunger for conquest, native societies focused on harmony. This worldview would soon be tested by invasion. Even before large-scale colonization, change began. Diseases weakened populations. Trade brought conflict. European arrival disrupted balance. Empires that had stood for centuries began to struggle, not because they were weak, but because the rules had changed. Native American civilizations were not forgotten by accident. They were erased to justify conquest. Cities became ruins. Nations became footnotes. Empires became myths. But they were real, and they shaped America long before Europe claimed it. In the next episode, we confront one of history's most controversial figures, Christopher Columbus. Was he a hero or the beginning of destruction?